What's up, everybody? UFC 126 is now in the books, and it's only a few weeks until UFC 127. The main event, BJ Penn versus John Finch. BJ Penn is coming into this pay-per-view with a magnificent victory over the legend that is Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes and BJ Penn are both certain to be future UFC Hall of Famers. BJ Penn against Frankie Edgar seemed to have met his match in the lightweight division, but since returning to the welterweight division, the victory against Matt Hughes has literally catapulted him into this matchup with John Finch. Finch was originally scheduled to face Jake Ellenberger, but obviously everyone being so shocked by BJ's devastating knockout of Hughes, the UFC, Joe Silva, Dana White decided to mix things up and give us this matchup. I believe that this is going to be a really tough match for John Finch. I don't think Finch has really come across anyone on BJ Penn's level other than when he fought GSP for the title. Finch is just a grinder. When it comes to grinding out results, John Finch is your man. I mean, having lost only once in the last couple of years to GSP is no small thing. So he's proven that he is a high-level MMA competitor. But I think against BJ Penn, as I said, his work could be really cut out for him. That's not to say that Finch can't win. The key thing for Finch is to use and utilize his wrestling. But with that comes the problem with the fact that BJ Penn is a what you call world-class jiu-jitsu practitioner. We all know that BJ Penn has legs that work like hands. The flexibility he has is just quite amazing. And, the matchup against Finch should be very interesting. I think it may start off like a chess match. Both fighters feeding each other out, seeing how the situation is, and then gradually we will see who will be the better man. BJ Penn still probably hurting from his defeats to Frankie Edgar, although the victory over Matt Hughes has probably erased some of those demons. But I'm sure he'll be eager to make it 2 wins out of 2 over his last couple of matches. Another matchup on the card is Michael Bisping against Jorge Rivera. Now, Rivera is a dangerous customer. He's won his last 2 fights by TKO, and he's won his last 3. So Michael Bisping is going to be in for a hard night's work. He's come off the victory over Yoshihiro Akiyama and looked pretty impressive. It was a good fight. I wouldn't say it's the greatest fight I've ever seen, but it was entertaining. So Bisping, wants to fight for the title. That is his dream. He wants to face Anderson Silva. Obviously he's an MMA competitor, but no right person in their right mind will want to face Anderson Silva. But I understand if you're going to be the best, you have to beat the best. And to me, no one in the world is better than the pound-for-pound master, Anderson Silva. Yes, I said it. Anderson Silva is pound-for-pound the best fighter in the world. That I'm going to make another video to talk about that and have a discussion about that for another time. Another fight on the card for UFC, main card for UFC 127 is going to be George Soderopoulos against Dennis Shiva. Soderopoulos has looked like a steam train since he has been in the UFC. He has literally ran over most of the lightweight competitors in the division. And I think if he can get past Dennis Shiva, he probably catapulted himself into a title shot. Maybe there could be somewhere down the line a title match against Anthony Pettis, depending if Pettis can beat Guida. The lightweight division in the UFC is looking really, really, really stacked. There are lots of guys who could lay claim to having another title shot after the outcome of Frankie Edgar, Gray Maynard 3 is decided. But George Soderopoulos will really be pushing his claims for a next title shot if he can get past Dennis Shiva. Dennis Shiva always looks dangerous when he comes into the cage. A highly decorated fighter, been in many wars over the last few years. This will be an interesting matchup. It'll be interesting to see how Soderopoulos decides to play this one. Overall, I think UFC 127 has the potential to be a really good pay-per-view, especially the main event. BJ Penn versus John Finch. Something tells me that that main event is not going to make it the full distance, but it will be good to see how the outcome progresses. Don't forget, the most important thing, if you have dreams of fighting professionally, go to howtobeatanMMAfighter.com, make all your dreams come true. Feel free to comment on this video, give your feedback, give your comments. Check that link below, as I said, howtobeatanMMAfighter.com. I'm out. Hope to see you in the next video.